Hi, good evening everybody. In this video, a few thoughts on last night's game and some notes on last night's game as well. Coming up. All right, I'm going to go over this game that we seen yesterday. And looking back at it, I'm very impressed with the way we closed this game out. I got to say that right off the bat. Now, let's just go over the numbers very quick. The numbers are impressive, actually. The face-offs, 53% to 47 for Buffalo. We were 0 for 2 on the power play and 3 for 4 on the penalty kill, so they had a power play goal. We had 26 hits, they had 15. I'd like to know how many we had in the third, because I was very impressed with the third. We had 14 blocks, they had 21. We had 8 giveaways, they had 12. What you don't see here in these numbers is the scoring chances. They had many more scoring chances than us, but that's besides the point, what I'm trying to get to here. First period, they outshot us 9-8. Second period, 16-16. And third period, they outshot us 10-8 for Vegas having 35 shots and the Sabres having 32. Now, John Hayden, the game he had, guys, he had 5 shots on goal, 5 hits, a block, and he scored a goal in 11 minutes and 22 seconds of playing time. And he was on the ice shorthanded as well for a little over a minute and 37 to be exact. He led the team yesterday in hits. Fitzgerald had 4 hits. He played well too, though. He did. But also, I should mention, Hayden was a +1 in the game. You know, I want to go over that for a second. The Hayden, there's a few notes I want to go over I wrote down so I don't forget. But the Hayden goal, before it happened, now I'm guessing the majority of you seen the play develop, where Hayden had somebody, and this is something that I harp on that I was thrilled to see happen. You seen Hayden had his guy lined up, and he went right at him and committed to the hit. He had a hit committed, he followed through and did his hit, right? What happened right after that? Turnover, right? A turnover. Thompson shoots off Hayden in the net. Like 5 seconds later after that hit was complete. Before you knew it, after he completed his hit, he had time to get in front of the net right before the shot, and he got rewarded finally for his work, this guy. So I was very happy for him getting a goal. That was great to see. My God, for a guy that would probably be thrilled getting 10 goals a year, to see him earn his goal the way he did, it was really nice, you know. So I was very happy. I was happy with, guys, I was happy with the whole team in the third. I really was very impressed with our effort in the third period. We did not let up. And it could have been easy to let up in a game like this. We're down 4-0 halfway through the game. Guys, the old Sabres, we know, would have stunk up the joint and lost 7-1. We would have. And I was wondering if that's what they were going to do last night. I know I wasn't sure the way we were going. We made a lot of errors out there early, and it caught us. You know, maybe it's just, you know, I'm not going to say we were beaten by anything but our own mistakes, really, in that game. Really. I mean, this team came out with their A game, and then we kind of took their A game away from them the second half of the game. Kind of like what we did to Colorado, I thought. Kind of the same thing. So a good sign, a good sign. Now, something I want to go over here, okay? I thought was vital, what I heard in the post-game interviews. Alex Tuch, who I pay attention to the most in any interview now, him and Granato. But Alex Tuch, okay, at the 4:10 mark, 4 minutes and 10 second mark of that clip, he says, I thought there were some guys who played really well, but we definitely needed a larger group to come out and play and establish our game right away. So right there, I see leadership, guys. He doesn't care he's a new kid on the block. He's going to let them know it's not acceptable if you're not giving 100% all the time. So going forward, I think, this is him again. So going forward, I think it's got to be a little bit more unity, everyone backing each other up, holding each other accountable, and establishing our inner game as soon as possible. And for me, I'm kind of good with yesterday, really. I was last night, just too late to make a video at 1 in the morning. I can't do it. And I just couldn't get it done till right now. It's around 5:36 here right now, I think. I mean, again, I don't have my phone in here, so I don't know the time. But going back to this game yesterday, I liked what I seen in the third. I liked the Sabres compete. They just didn't throw in the towel. And God damn it, that's what I want to see. Really, that's what I want to see with these guys. I'm starting to see a change with this bunch. I don't know. Call it wishful thinking if you want. I'm seeing a change. That the changes happen before the wins and losses. Anybody that's seen a rebuild in the past knows this. Remember when Crosby went into the dressing room in his first year and he addressed all the veterans, saying basically this: I don't care what you guys want. I'm not used to losing like this. This is what he told all the veterans on that team before the Penguins went on eventually to win 3 Stanley Cups since that talk in that dressing room. So Crosby established early what he expected as a kid. As a kid, he did this. That's a captain, a guy that's fearless. He doesn't care. He threw it out there and said, look, maybe you guys are used to this crap. I'm not. You know what I mean? And this, to me, is everything. And Tuch brings that aura about him. He does. He didn't look frustrated in the interview. You've seen it. He looked disappointed. They lost. But he also, when asked about his goal, you didn't see him like all smiles about it and everything. He just goes, I'm glad I got the monkey off my back. He was more touched by the pregame video, of course, right? Or the video that they put up there. And rightfully so. Like, you know, like this is the way leaders should think, you know, is not to care about their own personal stats. That doesn't make any difference when you lose. When you lose is the worst feeling. Anybody knows this. I was the poorest loser in my life that I'd probably ever met, guys. I hated it. I hated it. You know, I just was one of those guys. I'd lose my mind when we're losing. It could be a minute left, 40 seconds left. We're down by 2 goals. I believe there's a way to come back. It's just the way I believe people should play the game as well. So maybe too much of the time I see what hockey players, what I think they should do for my own personal thing. And I think you guys are the same too. Like, we've all had our ways of playing, and any success that's been attached to that, we want to see it on our favorite team in the world, right? So I'm hoping that this is the start of something, really. I kind of seen some signs yesterday that I didn't expect to see. In such a bad shape we were in after 30 minutes. We're in such bad shape, but the way it ended was good. The post-game, what I seen was good. And all of a sudden, I forgot very quickly that we lost this game. And I started seeing kind of beyond that, what's going on in some of the minds of some of these guys. And I like how Tuch called out his teammates in this game without hurting anybody. He just said, as a group, these are the things we got to do better. And he did say indirectly, some didn't show up like they should have. Doesn't mean they didn't later, but they should have showed up in the beginning, like he said. Right? He says, so going forward, I think it's got to be a little bit more unity, everyone backing each other up and holding each other accountable and establishing our inner game. Says a lot for me, guys. It really does. So I'm happy. It's worth losing if I got this kind of in-depth information the next day. I was really happy about this. Hearing this, I was really happy the way we closed the game out. No complaints from me. Really, no complaints. We'll let them have their moment in the sun, you know. Only one team's going to get to win it this year. We already know we're most likely not that team this year. So I could care less what team we beat and lose to. And I care more about where we're at mentally and what the attitude's like in our dressing room. That's my concern, guys, this year. It is. So I'm very happy with yesterday. I could have just said that and it saved you 10 minutes of your life. All right, guys, see you in the next video. Go Sabres.